about politics.
Oh, no, he said the word.
Now we're going to be demonetized for sure. Anyway,
Demonized or demonetized?
No, demonetized. We're already demonetized.
Isn't that the same thing?
Yeah. Come on in, folks. We know you're there, and we're really glad you are. It's Sunday. Sunday, the 17th of October. No, of November. I keep thinking it's October. No.
Christmas is coming.
Too fast, too quickly. I'm at a show in Grand Rapids at the Grand Rapids Comic-Con while you listen to this, if you are listening to this live. And if you are going or in the area and you're going to the Grand Rapids Comic-Con, I hope you find me in that tremendously big hall. Look for a back corner. And let me know that you saw this program. I'll give you a comic. I'll be more than happy to do that. Grateful that you're here. Really appreciate you being here. It's Sunday Funnies. We got a great retrospective book, a look at one of the, they call him the ambassador of comics, Mr. Jerry Robinson.
Just before we start, you do realize that the people you've just told can get a free comic will be listening to this after they've been to the con and you'll have gone home.
No, it's Sunday. They'll be listening to it Sunday.
It'll be broadcast during the con.
I tell you what, it starts at 9. I'll be there. I'll be there until 5. So stop by.
Bring your phone with this program on it, and it'll give you 2.
There you go. I'm good for that. Yeah.
Yeah. If he's seen that you subscribed, you get an extra comic. Okay,
I'll tell you what. I'll give you one of my comics, and I'll give you one of Russ's comics.
There you go.
Right, but you won't get any of mine. No way.
None.
Everybody's got to pay.
The hell with you.
And Glenn too. Everybody pays for Glenn's books. Come on. Gonna run the opening. Maybe.
Hey, everybody, we're all gonna get laid.
Wait a minute, that's not the opening. There we go.
Holy shit. That is the craziest thing I have ever seen. And I'm Dennis Quaid, and Dennis Quaid has seen some shit.
That's right, ladies and gentlemen. Thanks for watching. This is the Sunday Funnies. Say what now?
Yeah, Greta Thunberg is 21 now. So she can drink. And that makes her even that more appealing.
How dare you?
I'm glad I can drink.
If she's really make me drink.
She will get proof, though, with that baby face.
What the fuck is the matter with people in this business?
Anyway.
Well, that's what we're going to explore over the next 2 hours.
We sure are.
If we get there.
And a lot of this.
Exactly.
Sure. Absolutely. Folks, I'm your host. Say what now?
Sorry. I just said I'd vote for that little lad. Sorry, carry on.
I would too. He makes more sense than a lot of politicians.
Yeah.
Folks, I'm your host, Randy Zimmerman. You can find my work over at arrowcomics.store. There are lots of great things to find over there, like Paragon. It's a superhero book that I created and wrote. Herobot Zero, which is a book I did all by myself about a little robot and defending a city from large monsters. Alice in Chains is also available over there, character I created with great artwork by Abdul Rashid. And The Fool. It's also available over there as well with great artwork by Chris Tyson. Real fun superhero urban vigilante character. And if you go over there quickly, there's only a couple of them left. You can get the Shadow Kingdom that we had a campaign with. It is a Robert E. Howard story that I adapted to comics that Russ Leach drew. That is a lot of fun. It's really the start of the sword and sorcery genre, and in glorious color. And that's also available over at Amazon, over at Barnes & Noble, any place, any bookstore that runs through the Ingram ordering system. And also, if you don't care for having the Shadow Kingdom in color, now you can get it in glorious black and white.
Oh, look at that.
And fantastic gray tones.
I didn't realize it was that big.
Boom. I didn't either, but it is.
That's like a treasury.
That's what she said.
And we got to talk to them about the next edition, because they put the inside back cover on the inside front cover.
Oh.
And the inside front cover on the inside back.
They don't want to be doing that.
Nope. But it's great. And it reads real well. You're going to enjoy it. It's in glorious gray tones. And it's fantastic. It's in the exact same format as our upcoming Atlantean series is. Exact same format. It's going to be great. Fantastic stuff. And that'll have original stories using the characters and situations based off of Shadow Kingdom. So we're really glad that you're here. Also joining me this morning is Mr. Glenn Fleming. Glenn, introduce yourself, please.
Hi, everybody. My name's Glenn Fleming, and I'm not your host. And sometimes I wonder what I'm doing here. Well, in fact, I think that all the time. Anyway, I write books. I've written 12 books that are all on Amazon and Barnes & Noble and all that kind of thing. Relevant to this show, as I always show. And there's a book about my trip to see the late, great Jack King Kirby, guy who, well, in my opinion, did it all. You can get that there. You can also, if you get in touch with me, get a DVD of a documentary I made about my meeting Jack, and you see me speaking with him in the studio for about an hour or so, and you can get that from me. I also draw. If you go to funmycomic.com, you'll be able to get a copy of my Hatch annotated book. Hatch is a character I created many, many moons ago, and this tells a story of that creation, and it's got lots of published and unpublished artwork. And occasionally, I publish this Comics Unlimited magazine, which is a 100-page magazine about comics, interviews, articles, and all that kind of thing. And I used to publish that one, which is British Comics magazine, but that's a different story. I'll end it there.
A whole bunch of different stories.
Yeah, literally.
Mm-hmm. Good. He also has Hatch annotated over at Fun My Comics, folks. Did you mention that? You might have.
Yeah, I did. Yeah. Yep.
All right. Also joining us, you ready, Russ? Also joining us, Mr. Russ Leach. Russ, introduce yourself, please.
My name is Russ Leach. I am a comic book artist from the UK. I have just received the prints that are going out with the Atlantean book 1, issue 1, and they'll be signed. And some lucky people will be getting these. There you go.
Sweet.
Wow.
Sweet. Nice thick prints. Nice, easily put in a frame and put up on the wall. They'll be signed. They'll be winging their way off to Critical Blast in the next 24 hours or so. And the Atlantean itself will be going to print, or at least it'll be going to repro early next week and then off to print. So you should be seeing it. If you've backed it, you should be seeing it very early in December. And hopefully that'll be out all before Christmas. And then you can look forward to issue 2, which will be available in March next year. We've already started on that. And I'm really looking forward to penciling that up. That's looking really, really good. So if you want to find out more about that, about Shadow Kingdom, about the Atlantean, maybe some of the other stuff I've done in the past, you can just sign up to the email list over at russleach.com. Russleach.com's got samples of my work, bits and pieces, all my social media connections. You can get me through the usual places as well. So go to russleach.com and sign up for the email list. Okay.
There you go. Yep. Also joining us this morning, Mr. Charles Santino. Charles, introduce yourself, please.
Yeah, I've been around for decades and decades, starting with Conan the Barbarian. But today you want to concern yourself with Rammer, Master Thief in a Future Police State. First issue is behind me. Second issue is right there. Both are available on Amazon. Contact me for some free previews. I've also got a story coming up in the Atlantean, even though these wankers can barely afford my services. Actually, I'm just kidding. I'm not. They're not wankers, but yeah, they can barely afford.
We told you it was good for the exposure.
Yeah. So you want to look for that too, because I'm going to show these wankers how to write.
Yep. All right.
We're off to a good start.
Off to a great start. Jerry Robinson, folks. Ambassador of Comics.
I own this book. I can vouch for its wonderfulness.
Can vouch for its size too. Knocking the camera around already.
But not for the camera quality.
Not for the camera quality, no. That's the Joker's shoulder, by the way. Or yeah, that's the Joker's shoulder, not a rip in the book. Not a tear in the dust cover. There we are. Ambassador of Comics. There he is, folks. Mr. Robinson. Got to meet him. I never got his signature. I wish I had. Jerry Robinson. There we go. Nice little Batman illustration there. Great Batman illustration, I should say. That'd be nice on somebody's wall.
Yeah.
I wouldn't call Jerry Robinson unsung, but I don't think he's sung enough.
Yeah. Yep.
He co-created the Joker and Robin.
Along with Bill Finger, right?
Yeah, another guy who doesn't get enough credit. Thank you, Bob Kane.
Yeah.
Who punched out Bob Kane? Was that Harlan Ellison or Steranko? Somebody punched him out.
One of those two, yeah. Same disposition. Jerry at his board with a tie on.
The tie on, yeah.
All he's missing is a pipe.
I like the way his pencil sharpness immediately to hand.
Yeah.
Denny O'Neil.
Denny O'Neil forward on this. Yep.
So this came out a couple of years before Jerry died, didn't it?
Yeah. Came out in...
I think Jerry died in 2011. It said 2009 after Jenny O'Neill's intro. So
okay. Let's see a publishing date here. Should be right within the first couple pages.
No. I guess they figured let's get a book out that he can see.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, 2009 is what all of this is. Let's see, Christopher Crouch in the preface.
Wow, look at that. That's a great picture, isn't it?
Boyhood Batman. Boyhood to Batman. Yeah. Isn't that great?
Fantastic, yeah. His name was Cheryl, wasn't it? His name's Cheryl. Jerry was his nickname.
Could be.
Something like that.
Let me look him up here. You know, they say sometimes your name is your destiny, and here he is, creator of Robin. So he's Robin's son.
Yeah.
January 1st, 1922, passed away December 7th, 2011. Yep, Cheryl, David, Jerry Robinson. So his first name was Cheryl.
Yeah.
Comic book artist, best known for his work at DC Comics, Batman line of comics during the 40s. He's best known as the co-creator of Robin and the Joker in his work on behalf of creators' rights. He was inducted into the Comic Book Hall of Fame in 2004. Family photos.
Nice looking lady upper left.
Yeah.
Is that his mum?
Jerry's grandfather here. Yeah, that's Jerry's mom, I believe.
She looks very contemporary there.
Yeah.
It says it's Jerry's sister-in-law, Sylvia Robinson.
All right. Oh, and that little kid on the main picture barely makes it on the frame.
Yeah, Jerry is there.
Oh, shit, we've got to get him on.
Yeah.
Look at that. Very stylish.
Is that Atlantic City?
Marriage photos of Jerry's parents.
On the right.
If they're here, probably, yeah.
Yeah, it is.
Strolling along the boardwalk. Yep, Atlantic City. I've been there once.
Yeah, it's not a nice place.
Yeah, a long time ago.
Look at those trousers.
Yeah.
Wonder if he killed the tiger for that.
Jerry wears his in his cowboy outfit. Yeah.
Not tiger, leopard.
Childhood home.
Well, not too shabby, is it?
Ah.
Pretty good, though.
School pictures.
Look at him on the right. Is that him on the right? Standing like a superhero, yeah. Is that him? Standing like a superhero.
Got to switch my glasses in order to read the fine print here. Standing far right. Yep.
Yeah.
Was a boxing champion at summer camp. 1930. Yep, that's him.
Wow.
And then here he's second from the right on the front row. So that's him here.
Yeah.
He's got that heroic stance down.
Yeah. Oh, who's that?
Grandfather, great grandfather. Ah.
He stands like a superhero, doesn't he, with a space between his legs, you know?
Yeah. Oh, my camera seems to be pulsing.
That's me thinking about Greta. I love those pants.
Yeah.
Wow.
Gotta love those pants.
You could fit 2 or 3 Jerry's legs in there.
Yeah.
They don't make them like that anymore with the high waist and
yeah.
Summer of 39, so it'd be 17 there, wouldn't it? 18.
There you go.
17.
Dressing for the lady.
That's great, isn't it?
Yeah. Fantastic.
Is he playing ping pong? By that, I didn't mean his hand in his. By that, I didn't mean his hand in his pocket. I meant
no.
He's playing pocket pool.
Yeah, pocket billiards we call it.
It's too early for pickleball. Yeah. Okay.
There you go. There he is, standing there. There he is, Robin. That's him.
Number 10.
Does anybody know who designed that logo?
The Batman logo?
Yeah.
He did.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Brilliant.
Yeah. They use that for decades.
I know that because I looked through this book last night in anticipation of our little stream here. I do my homework, and
Cool.
I came across that very interesting fact.
Great, that's good. That's good to know.
And it's still being used.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Didn't they use that on the TV show? And it used to spin towards you.
Yeah, very similar. Yeah,
same logo.
Fantastic. And there he is. Look, there's the evidence, folks. Look, lovely brush Batman's got, and a pen that Robin's holding.
Mm-hmm.
And that's how you do it. Look at that. That's fantastic. Here he is again with his tie on. He's very smart, isn't he? Very handsome man, isn't he?
Yeah, yeah.
Brilliant.
Stop, damn you.
It's fantastic.
The camera must like him too. Look at that.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
All right, driving me crazy. I definitely have to get another camera. There we are. There's that logo.
Brilliant, that.
Number 1. There's the infamous Bob Kane.
Boo hiss.
Yeah.
Boo hiss. They did a Warren horror story that was patterned after their situation. They reprinted it in the History of Comics book.
Do you remember who drew it?
No, but I've got it right
I
here.
seem to remember it.
I do have it handy. I did have it handy.
I think that I love that logo. You know, it just does everything, doesn't it?
It does,
and it's so unrealistic, but it's great.
It's brilliant. It's just fantastic.
Undergrounds. No, it's before that. Still looking, still looking. I got it here. That is Williamson. It's got to be. Yeah. Al Williamson came out in 1964. The Success Story.
Can you show it? Let's see.
Oh,
I remember that one. Yes. Yeah, that's been reprinted. That's been reprinted a bunch of times.
Yeah.
That's how you draw, isn't it?
That is, yeah.
That's lovely, isn't it? Look at that.
Yeah, I mean that's in the style of the best comic strips, really.
Rick Kirby, right there. Yeah, yep. Secret Agent X9.
Al Williamson does have that sort of strip style, doesn't he? Like Romero and people like that.
I always found it amazing that there's another artist named Al McWilliams who has a very similar style.
Yeah, he does.
He's a great artist in his own right.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I hear the guy is taking all the credit. He jobs out to everybody. All he does is rule the panel borders. Somebody writes it, somebody draws it, somebody letters it, but he rules the panel borders and then takes all the credit.
Yeah.
Well, Stan Lee did a little bit more than that.
Yeah, so they're all in a bar one day. They figure out what they're all doing. They go to confront him. He whips out a gun, shoots them all, throws them in the bay.
Yeah, that's what you do. Yeah,
Right. This is a Warren comic.
It is.
it's
And
a bit over the top.
Yeah. In true Warren fashion, though, of course, they all come back out as zombies. And,
Of course.
Oh,
And the next story is a story you could not have the title of today.
Yeah.
the squaw.
The squaw, yeah.
Look at the spot blacks on this, though. We were
Yeah.
talking about spot blacks the other day,
yeah.
Glenn. It's
With
just
Mad Love, yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
It's lovely, isn't it? Really rich, in imagery. It's just beautiful work.
Yeah, I keep this book handy because sooner or later I'm going to get back to that history of comic book comic that I'm working on, and using this as reference material.
Can you show the cover of that book?
It's got Banana Man.
Yeah, I've seen.
I have this.
I've seen I've seen the cover of that book. I've never seen the insides though.
Comics: A History of Comic Books in America by Les Daniels. When I was a kid, this was the book for me. I'd come stop at the library on my way home from school.
Why are we not going through this one soon?
Because it's really clumsy and all of the stories are printed sideways.
Well, we don't care about that. We just want to see the artwork.
Yeah, but I do,
Yeah, but you'll have an earthquake there anyway, whatever happens, so it don't make any difference. Anyway, meanwhile, same back time, same back channel.
We'll look at that book sometime real soon. Especially since I've got it sitting there in handy. There it's pulsing again. Stop it.
It's saying, get Al Williamson on.
There we are.
We love Jerry, but we want Al.
All right. It's having a trouble with the focus today. Small earthquake, folks. See if that corrects it any.
What's happened in that picture? They're dead. What's going on?
I'm going to have to change glasses to get in order to read it. Just might as well keep these other glasses on. Silly bifocals.
What page number is that?
That is page number 36.
36.
Jerry Robinson's original copy of Edgar Allan Poe's mystery, Tales of Mystery and the Imagination. And then above right was the most noisome quarter of London. Harry Clark's pen and ink and watercolor illustration of the man in the crowd from Tales of Mystery and the Imagination.
Are we going to spend more than 1 week on this book?
Probably not. Why?
Okay. Because there's a lot more pages to this book.
Well, we can pour along here. We can move along. We'll just keep moving at a steady clip.
Yeah, and it never lets up. It's good throughout.
Yeah, and a lot of it, there's a lot of text here too with very small cover repros. I'm sure DC only allowed them to do certain things.
Wow, look at that.
Yeah. What I find interesting about so many of these originals, and they show the covers, the fact that the originals even exist is amazing. Mm-hmm. But the originals are so much better than the colored versions.
Yes.
I mean, it just, you look at that original and then you go, wow. And then you look at the color and you go, yeah, that's nice, but it's not capturing the original at all.
Yeah.
There's some evidence there. I read somewhere that he would spend more time whiting out and redrawing than doing the drawing. And there's your evidence of it.
Yeah, there's the white.
People would be pulling the pages from under his pen saying, no, it's fine, just leave it alone. And he said, no, I got to just do this bit.
You know, the funny thing is, if he's drawing Batman's legs that look very much like his own legs.
Yeah.
Well, that's
it's basically the same slightly skinny calf. I guess he was looking under his desk for reference.
Maybe.
Well, us, Charles, us artists always draw ourselves in these strips. Look at Cole. I mean, it looks just like Russ, doesn't he?
Yep.
Ah!
Where's
That's
Marvel
funny,
here?
Glenn. That's funny. Slightly cutting and very funny.
Well, he had to tone it down a bit because nobody's that muscular.
There you are.
You don't know what's under my shirt, mate.
We could tell.
Obviously, you know what's under my hat, and I don't have any of that.
Yeah, that's Cull, not Skull.
Yeah.
Classic.
I like that one big tooth in the middle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's weird, isn't it?
It's the egg tooth.
Yeah. We'll talk about the comparisons. There we go. Detective 17.
That's sort of kind of an Eisner cover at the left, isn't it? He does that kind of thing.
Crime a Day. Great stuff. It's another original. I wish they'd have blown that up. It's got an ostrich on it. Look at
that. Yeah. Again, the original is so much better than the reproduction.
Yeah. So much fun to see the paste ups.
Yeah. And again, the fact that original even exists.
A miracle. Yep. 80.
There's quite a few. There's quite a few originals in this book, which just amazing.
They went through and found a lot of people that had his originals.
Let's hope Jerry had them.
Unless he had them, yeah.
I'm
saying that's very likely too.
I like those tilted panels are very. That would be considered an innovation at the time.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Do we know who's lettered this?
No.
Well, we can look it up. What issue number is that?
The case Batman failed to solve. Batman number 14. December 42 to January 43.
Okay, there's only 80,000 Batman title, but I found it. Oh, look at that. It came right up. All right, so it's number 14. What's the name of the story? The case Batman failed to solve?
Yeah, lettering.
George Rousseau's.
George Rousseau's.
Yeah.
Excellent.
How about that?
He was an inker, wasn't he?
Yeah.
He inked a lot of Kirby stuff, didn't he, in the mid 60s?
Unfortunately.
Well, it was. I think there's a bit.
It's not the worst.
I don't think the pencils were that tight because Jack was doing everything.
No. He was doing 18 pages a day at that point.
Yeah.
And this story has been reprinted 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times, starting with one of those Treasury editions. How about that?
Wow.
Yeah.
All the way.
A lot of those old. Yeah. A lot of those old Batman stories need to stay in print, you know. Yeah. Yeah, there's touch up all over this thing.
Wow. Look at that logo.
It's great, isn't it? I love it. It's just fantastic.
Is that the Colonel from KFC?
Like it,
yeah.
No, he doesn't have a
soul
patch.
No chin. No soul patch.
But he might have just had a clean shaven day.
Yeah, this is probably a little before the Colonel too.
Yeah, I wonder if the Colonel knew he had a soul patch. I doubt it.
Yeah. That's just the cut of the look of the day.
Is it a soul patch if you have a mustache as well, or does a soul patch have to be by itself? There's a question.
No idea.
Look it up on the database.
Google that.
Google that. Yeah. Great stuff.
Part of the charm of these old books, I find that in these pages, these illustrations, they're sort of very, very naive, aren't they? Very, I don't know, naive. They're very nice. Do you understand what I mean?
There's a whole layer of charm, a whole different atmosphere to these Batman stories than what we see now. So
yeah, there's not a lot of threat from that Joker firing that thing
No.
with the scissors. It's, you know, sort of quite sweet, really. Aren't they?
Yeah.
Look
I
at
saw
that.
a bit online where they were discussing how Batman actually got that giant penny into the Batcave without being seen. It's a they played off an argument that he had with Alfred about moving it in, and then he said, "I got a life-size T-Rex coming next week."
The internet says a soul patch doesn't have to be by itself.
There we go.
Those
I know I didn't want you kept up at night thinking about that, so I had to look it up.
those foals look very Ditko, don't they?
Yes.
Yeah.
So now we know
Well,
what
because
Steve was looking at.
Ditko was his student.
I was going to
Yeah.
say, didn't Ditko study under?
Yeah,
Robinson?
yeah. And he had very good things to say about Ditko as a student.
Yeah, I bet.
Again, look at that original compared to the reproduction.
Yeah, well, look at the boat. All that detail on the boat, that sunken boat or whatever it is, is lost on the cover, on the printed one.
Gone.
Yeah, all that lovely whiteout again has been used. Do you think he has shares in the whiteout production people?
That was Michael Nesmith.
It's like a total redraw, isn't it? Almost.
Yeah.
I also like the situation here. I mean, this is a real look at the desperation in this situation. You've got that broken air hose. You got Robin taking maybe his last breath. How the hell is Batman going to save him?
It's getting something loose.
One thing that does come across better in the color, though, is the light coming from inside.
Yeah.
Blasting up.
And the flashlights or spotlights on the right.
Yeah.
Nice touch. Giving you some very dynamic diagonal lines.
Mm-hmm.
You can call that a masterpiece.
Yeah. More recent Joker. Comic books, an ever-expanding universe.
Got some great ties.
Yeah. Citizen Kane. Nice hair.
Yeah, it must have been nice times, exciting times for these people.
There's that picture from Citizen Kane. I read the caption last night. Apparently, all the comic book artists went crazy for that movie and saw it as many times as they could while it was still in the theaters.
Yeah. Well, he broke a lot of ground, photography, shot-wise, with that film. It's a great documentary out about him making that. It's on Max, I think. How they had to argue with him. He wanted to get a shot from the feet up, and wanted everything in the shot. And they said, "Well, the only way you're ever going to get that is if you drill a hole in the floor of the stage." So that's what he did.
Yeah. He also showed ceilings, which was very unusual in movies.
Yeah. Did a lot of different angled shots. He said he had a chance. Go ahead.
I'm going to say Wells was a sort of like Steranko. He seems to say it like it is, like Howell and Elson. They don't mess about. They don't mince the words. Because Orson Welles was always in trouble with the production companies, wasn't
He did a lot of things. Shot his mouth off quite a bit. Did a lot of crazy stuff. I think most of that come out of him being bored too. That he was just that intelligent. There's a great interview out there where he said he had a big major cameraman guy who's big renowned walk up to him and told him that he wanted to be the cameraman on Citizen Kane. He said, and he asked him, "Why the hell do you want to be my cameraman?" He said, "I don't even know what I'm doing." And he goes, "Oh, you can learn everything about directing in 15 minutes." It says it's what you don't know that I'm here for. Because when you don't know what to do, you do your best stuff. And you do stuff outside the box, and that's what he wanted to do. So he said he wanted to work with him for his naivete. Great Superman.
Look at that. I'm so absent-minded. I forgot my pocketbook.
Yeah. Oops. Is that a seagull? Superman there? Or did he draw that?
Yeah, it says Jerry Siegel on the signature, doesn't it? Oh, it says 2.
Yeah.
Yeah, it will be. That'd be worth something, wouldn't it?
Schuster? Schuster, Siegel? Was it Schuster?
It's both of them. Both of them have done a dedication on it.
Both of them signed it? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sweet.
Imagine that on your wall.
Yeah. Is that a original comic art exhibit? And in a little 5x7 frame, way up where nobody could just about a little above eye level for me, so none of the kids could reach it. It was an original Superman under glass.
Wow.
Pencil sketch. Beautiful. Yeah. By Schuster. Editorial cartoons. He had a wide range commercial work. Here's London. The character that he did for I believe it was Lev Gleason Publications. Same guys who did Daredevil and Silver Streak. Am I wrong?
Don't know.
I think that was where London was from. Pencils. Jerry. Blitz. Doesn't say. Was it Daredevil Comics #2? Yeah. Yep. That was Lev Gleason. That's the black and red Daredevil, or the blue and red Daredevil. Had a London strip in it.
I like the way he does the smog of London.
Great chat. We're just going to keep turning here.
Yeah.
We're heading towards the top of the first hour. So there we are again.
Like a bit Kirby-esque, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does.
It could be Captain America, that.
Yeah.
I tell you what, Hitler was taking some hits, wasn't he, in these comics back in the day?
All the time.
Everybody was knocking him down, weren't they?
Yep. Smacking him around hard. Well, he deserved it. So, there we go. Adaman. Another creation of Jerry's.
Wow, look at that boom.
Looking for a publisher on that. I'm pretty sure that character's in public domain.
Wow. The Vanishing Vandals.
Isn't that a great cover? I love it. With the little atomic bomb behind it. Yeah.
Yeah, it's brilliant, isn't it?
Kind of looks like the original. Yeah, same color scheme.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, no cape on Ditko's character, though.
No.
Nice logo as well.
Yeah.
So I'm presuming Jerry did it because he did the Batman.
Mm-hmm.
You know who his sidekick is?
Attaboy?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Thank you. Rim shot, please.
Yeah.
That's
close we get.
That right-hand page looks very Kirby, doesn't it? The faces.
Black
Yeah,
Terror.
it was very Simon Kirby,
Simon Kirby, yeah.
Meskin,
Yeah,
Simon Kirby. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
When did Joe Maneely appear? Was that in the 50s?
I don't think he's in the 40s.
Right.
Let's go take a look.
No,
Yeah.
I think
look
Joe
that up,
Maneely.
Carol. Yeah.
I think Joe Maneely was 32 when he died in 1956? Was it 7?
Let's take a
Bus
look.
accident, wasn't it? Car accident.
Train.
Train.
Train?
He fell, didn't he fall between the trains as it was pulling in the subway and the subway?
Yeah.
Let's see when he got started. Late 40s.
Right.
His earliest credit, Top Secrets #4, August of 48. Yeah, let's see exactly how he died.
After the war.
Stan Lee was very, very broken up by this. They were good. They were good friends, and Maneely was incredibly fast and
incredibly good.
One of his main artists, really.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, didn't Lee say something to the tune of imagine what Marvel Comics would have been with Kirby and Joe Maneely?
Yeah.
Because I think I read he said that Joe Maneely drew faster than Kirby.
He did not, and when you look at the detail in his art, it's unbelievable that he could possibly be faster than anybody.
Yeah.
It says here, let's see, he died past midnight on what was early Sunday morning, June 7th, 1958. He did not have his glasses with him and was killed when he accidentally fell between the cars of a moving commuter train on his way home to New Jersey.
Wow. Was he 32?
He had lost his glasses. And apparently alcohol was involved as well.
Look at those. That lady there on the right-hand page. Again, we've got the Ditko photos. The Jerry Foles, really, that Ditko Nick.
Yeah.
But it also looks like a sort of an eerie cover, doesn't it? With that kind of.
Yeah, he was really good with the femme fatales.
Yeah.
What page number is that?
That is page 87.
All right. Yeah, we're getting into some nice stuff here. I'm looking at the pages coming up.
Vigilante, fantastic. Set on that big gun. That's great.
Yeah, so it's inked by Mort Meskin. Big surprise.
There you go.
Again, it's very Simon Kirby to me.
Yeah,
it
exactly.
Is. Yep. Very much so.
But very nice. I just love the lettering on it. You know,
yeah.
I don't consider myself a lettering artist, but I just look at it all the time. It's just wonderful. Yeah.
You should pick out that banner.
I have an Atlas comic, Battlefield, that has a Robinson cover and story that's just amazing. His war stuff was as good as anybody's.
Yeah.
Was he in the war? It'd be 20, wouldn't he?
Good question.
Just as, in fact, if you guys joined in December the 7th, 1941, and his birthday is January the 1st, he would have been just 20, wouldn't he?
Well, that was Pearl Harbor was December 7th. They didn't get around to actually getting into the war for a few months.
Right. Well, he would have been 20 then, wouldn't
he? Yeah.
Only 22.
Looks like he did not serve.
Wow.
Hired by Kane National Comics by early 40. Kane and Finger discussed adding a sidekick. Robinson suggested the name Robin after Robin Hood, books he had read during his boyhood. Batman's nemesis Joker was introduced around the same time, Batman 1. spring of 40, though Kane claimed he and writer Bill Finger came up with the idea of the Joker. Most comic historians credit Robinson. The
Robinson and Meskin. Yeah, Robinson and Meskin had a studio
modeled after Conrad Veidt.
Yep.
And From the Man Who Laughs. Yeah, that's really obvious when you see that picture. Look
on that Mueller Gang page, the way he's left that first panel with no border on. And the white there.
Here's an interesting line from the Wikipedia entry. Robinson never saw himself only as a comic book artist. In the 1950s, he started drawing cover illustrations for Playbill and his hand at political sketches, producing what he considered his best work. Wow. I did 32 years of political cartoons, one every day, 6 days a week. That's the body of work I'm the proudest of.
Wow.
Well, my time on Batman was important and exciting and notable, considering the characters that came out of it. It was really just the start of my life, he says. He's president of the National Cartoonist Society from 68 to 69, or 67 to 69. Served a 2-year term as president of the Association of American Editorial Cartoonists, starting in 73. Crucial. In the 70s, Robinson was a crucial supporter of Siegel and Schuster in their long struggle with DC to win full recognition and compensation as the creators of Superman, along with Neil Adams. Organized key support. December of 75, granted lifetime. In DC, who in 75 granted stipends and a credit in all broadcast and published Superman works to Siegel and Schuster because of it. 78, he founded Cartoonist Arts International, which as of 2010 had more than 550 artists from over 75 countries. '99 created an original manga series, Astra, with the help of manga artist Shojin Tanaka and Kenichi Oishi, and was later on released in English through Central Park Media by their manga and CPM manga as a comic book miniseries and then a trade paperback. Died in his sleep at 89 on Staten Island. Survived by his wife, Gro Nee Bagan, and 2 children. Okay. Phase 4 of Operation Killer. Nice sequence here.
Yeah.
That reminds me of not the style of the actual rendering, but the approach to the panels of Krigstein.
Yeah.
Very different rendering style.
Yeah. See a bit of Joe Kubert here, though. Maybe in the inking.
Again,
lovely stuff.
Bottom
Again,
panel,
a lot of
Ditko influence there.
Yep. He's showing the world. He's saying, look, Mom, I can draw hands.
Yep.
Not the easiest thing to do.
No.
There you go.
A black robe.
With lots of folds.
Lots of folds.
It says the lack obe, doesn't it?
Yes.
Beautifully done by hand, though.
Yes.
Yeah.
And very detailed work as well.
Yeah, look at that. That's lovely.
Is it a piece of wood at the bottom that's just behind that box in the first?
Yeah.
Look at that.
all the work into there, and it's just overlaid with it.
Yeah.
That face, lower right, a close up of that guy, that has a kind of an Everett feel to me.
Yes,
Phil
it does.
Phil Everett. Yeah.
But again, look to the panel to the left of that, the folds in that guy who's playing the pool.
Yeah.
The folds and that shadow and everything is fantastic.
Yeah, it's right out of EC Comics.
Yeah.
Very much so, yeah.
Oh, look at that.
Mm.
This is what we were saying the other day. Look at how there's no black. There's light.
Yeah.
On the cover
Brushwork.
of the tank and all that kind of thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's no way those fine lines are going to show up in the reproduction.
I'll tell you what I think he's done as well, and I don't know this, but this is what I'm seeing. If you look at the title follow up, he's done it the same sort of shading as the top of the tank. And because if it would have been solid black,
here at the bottom. Yeah.
If it would have been solid black, it would have been top heavy.
Yeah.
That's fantastic. And look at beyond that guy. Just a simple line work of the other tanks in the background.
Mm-hmm.
Wow, that's fantastic.
Very thin line work too.
Yeah.
I think, yeah.
Look at that. General Chung.
Trap of General Chung. Danger City. That really looks like some Ditko there. Ditko, maybe a little bit of Jack Cole here. Yeah.
So is General Chung a person, or is it just like Chung is a thing and there's General Chung?
So he's a person there.
Do you have to walk through General Chung to get to the pub? I don't know. That's really weird.
I wonder if he has a chicken dish too.
Everyone's got a chicken dish. Yeah, it's a pity that's so small, because look at all the lines there, all in the with the side table there or whatever it is that the clock is sitting on.
Mm-hmm.
It's amazing.
I like the way the logo, the Danger City logo, is coming out of the page at you.
Yeah,
with that drop shadow on it. It's really clever. That
it's like a half a drop shadow, just enough to make it look like it's tilted up.
3D. Yeah.
Really reminds me of Bob Burden, who did Flaming Carrot. On just the layout, just the feel of the piece.
Look at the guy's knee. The guy's knees pure. Well, I keep saying Ditko, and we should say Robinson, but you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Look at that knee there. Fantastic. Lovely falls.
Fantastic. Somebody putting their 2 cents worth in right there. Yeah. Them pencils.
Look at that.
That's hot.
For a guy who didn't consider himself a comic book artist, he's doing some pretty amazing work.
Yeah.
Or just a comic book artist.
Some of those guys didn't, though, because comic artists at that point were looked down upon so much.
Very much so.
Yeah. I think somebody messed up who produced this book. These should be full pages.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
You know, when we talk about the movement against comics in the early to mid 50s, it actually started in the late 40s, but it didn't really get steam full speed ahead until the Senate hearings. But by 47, 48, there was an outcry.
I think there's this thing called a war.
Yes, got in the way.
Yeah, and then Elvis arrived and reminded them.
Well, the thing was, they were moving so many comics overseas to the fighting men. Were carrying them with them in their packs. They're moving millions of copies across the Atlantic. So they knew when after the war, a lot of these guys just wanted to keep reading comics. As entertainment. That's why they kind of grew up. You got your crime comics and the EC line and that out of that mindset. if there were older readers, they weren't necessarily meant for kids.
Yeah, the war stuff, the romance stuff. The romance stuff wasn't meant for 8-year-old girls. It was meant for 17-year-old girls.
Yeah.
And maybe 21-year-old girls on their way to spinsterhood.
Yeah. Look at that. The black on that.
Yeah.
Again with the hands.
Yep.
And there's a hand with a hand, 4 kings.
Yeah.
5. No.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it might be 5. Can't see the last card.
4 kings. No, there's a club.
No,
there.
it can't be a king.
No.
It's just I don't know what it is, a spade anyway, whatever it is.
Look at that profile here. That's great. Real simple, very, very spot on. Almost Bat Masterson looking. Where's that from? No, it is Bat Masterson. Okay. Well, that explains it.
No wonder.
Yeah. All right.
I was going to say, it looks very specific.
Yeah. There's Astra. Books Broadway and Becoming Professor Robinson. It's a cover for Atomic Energy.
Wow.
Isn't that great? Isn't that?
Look at that. Wow. Oh, is that what's he called? What's the guy? What's the guy?
Almost.
Yeah, that guy who
what it looks like.
was very famous for stealing people's work.
Liechtenstein. That's what he stole it from. Yeah.
A lot of it going around. Fantastic.
Liechtenstein made an art of stealing art.
Yeah. Made a career out of it, really.
I mean, if he doesn't completely illustrate the snobbishness of the publishing and art industry, but just because he was who he was, it was hailed as fantastic art, but he'd stolen it from stuff that they wouldn't even, put in their rubbish bins.
When was that Superman done? Because Michael Jackson's in it, and what's he called?
Woody Allen.
Woody Allen, yeah.
Yeah.
And
so it must have been done early 80s, looking at Woody Allen there.
Yeah, and also if you look at the Clark Kent's in it as well, just to keep going above Woody Allen with the glasses on. That's Clark Kent, I reckon. Just keep
Henry Kissinger.
Next one up. Keep going up.
Up here, yeah.
Yeah.
That's Clark Kent.
Because he's looking at his own statue, isn't he?
Yeah.
Is that Ronnie Reagan there as well?
It's probably an attempt at Superman, the movie.
Yeah.
Christopher Reeves.
Yeah, so that's 78, isn't it?
Yeah.
Anniversary issue of Superman number 400, October 1984.
There you go, 84.
Robinson's homage shows Batman and Robin dropping in on unveiling Superman statue in New York City by Mayor Ed Koch. Among the celebrities featured are Michael Jackson, Woody Allen, Henry Kissinger, Walter Mondale, Ronald Reagan, Jimmy Carter, Gerald Ford, and Richard Nixon. Robinson also included Superman creators Jerry Siegel and Joe Shuster in the center.
Isn't that Cher on the left?
Characters in the Joker.
And Frank Sinatra over from her.
Looking at
that, what, the black hair, Cher. That one.
Yeah.
And there's that Frank Sinatra next to her.
Jimmy Carter's right here. Yeah, that could be Frank Sinatra, absolutely. Yep, that looks like him. Oh, sorry again.
Kissinger gets around, doesn't he?
Yeah. World's greatest comics quiz. Yellow kid in the front. It's a great assembly. Carl Sandburg sketch there.
I thought it looked like Andy Warhol for a moment.
Yeah.
Wow.
There we go. It's a great illustration.
Is that Robert E. Lee next to Lincoln?
That is Jackson, isn't it?
Jackson, is it?
Stonewall.
This is the one on the right is sort of a little Bernie Wrightson-ish. It's got like he's lost the lines.
Yeah.
Just letting the light do the job.
It's
That's
General Sherman.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Tecumseh Sherman.
Didn't they name a tank after him?
Yeah.
Yeah, I know what you're saying, Russ. I understand what you're saying there. I quite agree.
The Tecumseh tank. Yeah. No, just kidding. Sherman tank.
It's a great likeness of Lincoln.
It is.
Yeah.
Of course, he was working from a photograph.
You'd have to, wouldn't you?
Yeah.
Got that. Got that. Great hair on that.
Again, he hasn't felt the need to draw everything.
Yeah.
Right.
Wow, look at that.
Nice.
If only the moon's surface looked like that.
Mm-hmm.
Great shadows.
Yeah. It's editorial work. Egghead's famous inventions. Professor Egghead. Groucho.
Yeah.
So how loose that is by comparison to the other stuff.
Yeah.
Love the line work though. Just great. Love Groucho. There's some of his playbill illustrations, I would imagine. Very nice.
That Gemini one there on the left-hand page, the second illustration's got a very mad feel to it, hasn't it?
Does. Mort Drucker
Yeah.
feel to it. Yeah, Vita. Very nice. Beautiful.
Where's
line work.
you see that Gemini in the up there? Yeah, I remember the ads for that. They had a TV ad campaign for that play that if you look on YouTube, you'll find it. It is, people still talk about it to this day. It was hysterically funny and had just little lines, people saying little lines from the play. And I'm trying to remember who was in it. I'm going to look it up because he's he made his career appearing in Gemini.
It's also a little like laughing, isn't it? That head's coming out the wall and saying one-liners.
Oh yeah, yep.
It became
about the right time period too. Yeah.
Gemini 1976 play became the fourth longest running non-musical play in Broadway history. And the cast included, Kathleen Turner. How about that? There it is. Danny Aiello. Yeah.
Okay. Oh yeah.
That made his career.
He played Jack Ruby in a film called Ruby. Danny.
Jack Ruby.
Yeah. I think it was called Ruby.
Yeah, Ruby was an interesting character, to say the least.
Jacob Rubenstein. These are great, aren't they?
Yeah.
Wow.
It's going to say Mickey Rooney.
Yeah, is it Mickey Rooney?
That's what it looks like. Ann Miller here. That's obvious. Yeah.
Yeah. And Mickey Rooney, yeah.
It's got to be Mickey Rooney.
It is, yeah.
It's such a wild, shaky signature. Must have been older.
Judy Garland's best friend.
Yeah.
He used to look after her, didn't he?
Outside of Roddy McDowell.
Yes. That was that. Yes. That was Elizabeth Taylor he was friend to.
Oh, yeah. Sorry. Yeah.
Yeah.
Elizabeth Taylor.
Mickey Rooney used to look after Judy when she wasn't well and,
yeah,
took care of her. He was a good friend to her.
He looked up to her.
Yeah.
Haha.
Oh. Have you seen that film of him with Jane Mansfield? Have you seen that? They're on some kind of award show and he's there giving the awards out and she comes on. And you know what Jane was like. And he's sort of eye level and he said, don't let anybody ever tell you that being small is a disadvantage. Nearly poking his eyes out,
Yeah.
Well, Dudley Moore, he dated Susan Anton.
Yes, in Pennsylvania. Yeah.
He said, I have to go up on her.
Now those this
I think that was a grenade.
That wasn't a grenade. That wasn't a grenade. That was an atomic bomb. Look at that lovely letter in there at the top.
Time released humor. Yeah. Yeah. Ames lettering guide at work here, folks. Right there. Look at that.
Those lovely drawings there. They should just print stuff like that, I wish we could have seen Kirby's, early like FF stuff just like this,
Yeah. Yeah, it'd be crazy to see.
Before George Russo's got his brush out.
So nobody thought that, it would be worth copying or photocopying at that point. You just had to get the job done. Jet Scott.
Speaking of Dudley Moore, I assume we've all heard Derek and Clive.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Randy, have you heard Derek and Clive?
Very basically familiar with it.
Yeah.
Peter
Cook and Dudley Moore as Derek and Clive.
Uh-huh.
The filthiest stuff you have ever heard in your life, and also the drop dead funny.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
I won't say it, but the lobster thing is quite funny.
She was at my window. She said, I need you. I said, get out, you hussy.
Right. While I was having my 9 o'clock wank, was that AM or PM? Oh, that was my AM.
How dare you?
It's classic stuff. It's so good.
Yeah. And their normal stuff, their regular stuff was incredible. The Frog and Peach restaurant.
And when he's in the one with Liza Minnelli when he gets rich and he says and he inherits $300 million. It's just a simple line, and then it always makes me laugh. And it's just a simple line. And she said, what did you do with the money? Because he was going to give it back or something, wasn't he? And he said to her, listen, I might be crazy, but I'm not stupid. Of course I kept the money.
Now this page here, I remember seeing this strip ran in regularly each week in the Daily News in New York. And I had no idea who Jerry Robinson was. I just remember this, very funny little and it was a clever idea based on things kids said. It's kind of like that Art Linkletter thing. Kids say the darndest things.
Yeah.
But illustrated.
Yeah. That sort of Lincoln guy at the left, he's got Jack Davies' feet, hasn't he?
Yeah.
It's lovely that he can have so many different approaches to drawing.
Yeah.
Really impressive.
That was a close election, Douglas. 7 votes and 9 for me. Great cartoony style there. Said he did 1 a day, 6 days a week.
Yeah. Political cartoons.
Socrates died from an overdose of wedlock. Oh dear. It gets weaker every time I visit. Oh dear.
I would assume that political cartoons probably paid decent.
Better than the comic work, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Probably what made his living.
Lizards and comedians are pretty much the same.
That was no lady. That was my iguana.
There we are.
Oh, look at this. There are many caterers on the moon. Leonardo da Vinci painted the Moaning Lisa.
You've heard about the restaurant on the moon?
No.
Great food, no atmosphere.
Till Russ Abbott turned up.
Can't even give you a bell for
British
that one.
joke.
Well, he's lost his tie, and his kid's got a beetle haircut.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of old school guys went cash later in life.
Yeah, flubs and fluffs.
Fritz de Pat, right? Animation. That kind of looks like.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Very Mort Drucker again, though, isn't it?
And in that particular style, like the old Super 6 cartoon.
Yeah, but that cover from Superman 400.
Yeah,
that was very mad. Like,
so, yeah, it was. Yeah. There he is. That's the picture probably everybody's seen of him. Got around quite a bit.
See, we all end up wearing caps in the end.
Yeah.
Very good company.
Still life. Must have done a series of them.
£2.75 a pound. What's so hoity-toity about a herring? It's wrapped in the last existing copy of the New York Times.
Tricks instead of tricks or kicks. There he is. Oh, in front of, they were advertising his comic strip in the news.
If you've ever seen the top of a fire hydrant, you'll know how uncomfortable that must be.
He's not on the very top of it.
Yeah, I hope that's just under
just leaning up against it.
Yeah. Yes, the coat is covering. Yeah,
mm-hmm.
The jacket. Yeah. Yeah, the Daily News. That was the paper that that strip was in.
Just before you turn, look at that bottom right. It's about De Gaulle, giving De Gaulle the idea. Just read that last panel there. Yes, he now thinks Kennedy can't last forever.
Oof.
It says that it arrived on the desk throughout the United States on the day of the Kennedy assassination. Wow. There you go. But that applied to Dr. Strangelove, isn't it? They cut out the last scenes of them up in a pie fight and stuff.
Yeah.
Also, when Slim Pickens goes through the emergency kit, the survival kit they have, he says a fella could have a pretty good time in Dallas with all that stuff. And they had to overdub Vegas.
Yeah. And when you see it, you can clearly see he says Dallas.
I don't remember this strip at all, but that doesn't mean I didn't see it in the Daily News.
It's probably a pretty small, almost eighth of a page.
Yeah, probably by this time I was probably not reading it anymore.
Yeah, the way the lettering is, you could shrink that down to, that might have been the size it was printed at. It's right there.
I've said many times. This isn't my quote, but I've said it many times. The more things change, the more they remain the same. And look at the balloons above those top hats.
I've just been reading them all. Yeah, it's exactly the same, isn't it?
Yeah, exactly the same. Look at that, and the next one. Look at that. What's the difference between offensive and defensive missiles? It depends on the direction they are pointed.
And that's so meta as well. It's not. There's more to that statement.
Look at that one there. Oh, yeah. Why do you so vehemently oppose Medicare? It would destroy the traditional patient-witch-doctor relationship. Boom.
Why does the State Department assume it's infallible? Because their facts are always based on their conclusions.
Ooh. Beautiful.
That's applied to today.
Yeah, it does all of it. Yeah.
Look at that there. What was in that letter you found on the seat? Bring your car into adjust defective steering wheel. Oh.
How can you prevent the escalation of the war? About 100,000 more men should do it.
Jeez.
Very.
That was the policy.
Was.
Still is. They just don't say it out loud.
Oh yeah. Let's run as a liberal the first time and make a lot of promises. Then you can be reelected as a conservative when you don't keep them.
Look at that missile one as well. And so far, nuclear arms were banned in the outer space, the atmosphere, Antarctica, and the sea bottom. Why can't we ban them other places? That's where we got them.
That really applies.
Yeah.
Oh, look at that one.
Doesn't it? Yeah, Mr. Secretary, what do you think of a policy that's planned in secrecy, clandestinely carried out, and the results kept top secret? I think you know too much about it.
Yeah.
And look at the next one. What makes you think there's a big news break imminent? They already denied it.
Yeah.
This all could have been written this morning.
Yeah, it could, couldn't it? All of it. Yeah.
That's incredible, isn't it?
Just goes to show. Get off. We weren't supposed to be on politics.
Should make a copy of that and just put
post it.
Make a copy of that and post it.
Can you imagine the amount of screeching you'd have from both sides and that?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Let me ask you two American guys. Is that river, is it the Potomac or the Potomac?
Potomac.
Potomac.
Potomac. Potomac. All right. Okay.
It's one of those that's not necessarily pronounced the way that it's spelled.
Yeah.
It's like Mackinac and Mackinac and Ypsilanti and a whole bunch of cities around Michigan.
Well, we have a town near us.
Lavoie. Yeah.
Vallatie. Looks like Valatie, right? Yep. It's pronounced Valatia.
Look, that's interesting because that's like that's
a great town.
I can understand where you're coming from, Charles, because earlier you called your friends wankers.
Yeah, it takes a licking and keeps on ticking.
I call everybody wankers.
Look at that tap. Look at that
It's
tap.
a British tradition.
Yeah, look at that tap. Unless this country faces up to problem of water conservation, we'll be in real trouble. Where will we put all the pollution?
Exactly.
Oh, dear.
In the food.
Yes.
Well, that turned out to be true.
Yeah.
Look at this. God, he really got around, didn't he?
Johnson, Carter.
At least he wasn't talking to Johnson when Johnson was on the toilet.
That we know.
Which Johnson had a habit of doing, talking to people when he was literally on the toilet.
Yeah.
That's Tony Blair's previous incarnation.
Here. I thought he looked familiar.
Wow.
He just, every 50 years, he just like dyes his hair and changes his passport.
You can do that, shape-shifting lizard people.
Yeah.
For a long time. Yeah.
And Jimmy Carter's still alive.
Yep.
Just turned 100.
Mm-hmm.
He voted too. He wanted to. Oh, those pencils upper left, or is that a finished ink drawing?
I think it's both, isn't it?
No, that looks pencils.
Yeah.
Wow.
This is inks here. That looks pencils here.
There's that Kissinger guy again.
Yeah. He got around back then quite a lot.
Yeah.
There's Ted Kennedy.
Jimmy Breslin.
Ted Kennedy in a car. I saw, one of the British artists, Ron Embleton, he used to draw Stingray in T21. He's a painter, but he used to draw comic books. And he did Wicked Wonder in Playboy or one of those.
I remember in
Penthouse. And Ted Kennedy, and it always started off with like some kind of orgy scene going on, and Ted Kennedy was always in it, and he was always soaking wet.
Yeah.
Well, do you remember the National Lampoon ad parody they got in trouble with, the Volkswagen ad? The Volkswagen in the early mid-70s, they were touting the fact that their car would float, the Beetle.
Oh.
And so they had a picture of the car floating, and the headline was in the Volkswagen ad, "If Ted Kennedy drove a Volkswagen, he'd be president today."
National Lampoon was really good back then.
And they were sued
Really
for
good.
that, and they were sued, and they agreed to take all the copies that were left and collect them and destroy them. But by the time that judgment came down, it was in a one-shot issue, like a special. So they were all gone already.
Huh.
So on that drawing there, we've got Fidel Castro. Is that Mr. Sulu there as well? And
It does look like Sulu, but I don't know how it can be.
Side, next to Carter, is it? On the right-hand side, next along from Kennedy. Looks like Mr. Sulu with the dark hair, where you just pointed then.
Yeah.
It's got to be one of the Asian dignitaries, probably.
Yeah, and you've got Kissinger, Nixon, Ford.
That's Brezhnev back here.
Yeah,
it could be. Yeah.
Is that Reagan at the back looking?
That could be Reagan.
No, that's Brezhnev. The one down, looking like it looks like there
on the right.
On the right, far right.
Here.
There you go. Yeah.
That does look like me.
And Fidel.
Menachem Begin.
Yeah.
Yasser Arafat. Anwar Sadat.
Is that Sadat? Yeah, with the hat.
Anwar Sadat.
Wasn't Sadat assassinated?
He was, yeah.
Yeah.
I think so, yeah.
Yeah, they were shot down at that parade, weren't they?
Yeah. I think we're going to make it through this book, believe it or not.
Maybe.
Yeah, I'm looking at the book. There's a little bit left, but not too much.
That looks a little bit like Boris Johnson there, doesn't it?
Yeah. With Boris Johnson with Jack Davis' feet. Look at that expression there on the bottom panel, the far left guy next to the lamp.
Hmm.
Isn't that fantastic, that expression there?
Just peed off.
Yeah.
I don't know who that senator is, but do you remember, Randy, you remember Senator Everett Dirksen?
No.
He had a great quote. This was in the 50s, talking about the budget. He said, $1 billion here, $1 billion there. Before you know it, you're talking real money.
Yeah.
Now it's trillions.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Look at that color. Beautiful.
Oh, yeah.
Now I'm looking at it in the book, and it's a very different color in the book than it is on screen. It's much bluer. It looks very purpley on the screen, but it's actually pretty much blue.
It's kind of a navy. Yeah.
Yeah. Beautiful either way.
Yeah.
Look at that. Should I plead insanity? You'd be crazy not to. How far back should the Israelis withdraw? About 25 years.
Yeah. And now that would be about 75 years.
That's right.
Yeah. Hate those local wars. It's a great style, though.
Yeah, it's fantastic, isn't it? And those Arab guys are next to an oil pipe.
Yeah. Is he getting his awards?
Daddy, what's it called?
Sweet.
Ooh.
Right.
Bit of an activist, our Jerry, wasn't he?
I think that was a famous poster, if I'm not mistaken.
Bloody artists.
Yeah.
Literally.
How dare they have an opinion?
Yeah.
How dare they have an opinion that's right?
Bloody wankers.
Good to see some Mason there. That's the Sonic handshake. Well,
is that what that is?
I think so. Probably wrong.
Okay, upper right, that is artist's model Pixie Burrows with the leg.
Here?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, I think I'm going to start a new trend. I think that writers should use models as well. I'm going to see if I can get a few models in here because I need to describe the way they look. How do you think that would go over in the homestead?
I think you'd have a great time, but you'd be in trouble.
I know, I'd be in trouble, yeah.
That's Barack Obama there. They're going over the winning line in 2008.
It must be. It's but talking about Disney buying Marvel.
Wow.
Yep. Yeah, 2009. That was in a Canadian paper.
My big pickle. Look at that.
And then he switches to that picture there in the middle with all that lovely line cross action in. Look at that. They've not done this book just you know, they should have done these illustrations a lot bigger than this, I think.
Yeah, I think so too.
Because you know he was an artist.
Well, it would be a 400-page book instead of a 200-page book, but that's okay.
Yeah, wouldn't have heard.
Well, I wouldn't mind.
Yeah, and I'm looking at the book right now, and the reproduction is so good that smaller size doesn't really bother me. But yeah, I mean, you'd like every picture to be a full page or at least a half page.
Yeah.
Line work here. It's a true editorial cartoon right there.
Look at that. This is from the people in marketing. I've worked with those people. What's the times? I bet Russ has as well.
PR war.
And the 3-page brochures.
Ambassador of Comics.
Now, who did that classic cover that's being used there? Do you know who drew that?
I'm thinking Weisinger.
I don't know. That was that had
I don't
to
know.
be.
That was the Superman cover, I think, number 10.
Yeah, during the war.
Yeah.
Let's look that up.
Very beautiful, very classic stuff.
That is a classic cover. Let's see.
Back when Superman was big.
Superman. Let's see
Right
if
before he lost the throne to Captain Marvel. A few years after that was done.
It's not number 10, so let's look at the cover gallery. Yeah, we'll look at the cover gallery and figure it out. It is an early issue.
Jewish Heritage Museum in Atlanta, Georgia, for the exhibit.
Yeah, it's number 14.
That Pow Bam, the superhero.
Is it not? It's not Action Comics 1, is it? Or is that the first?
It's Superman number 14. It's Fred Ray.
Never heard of him.
Yeah, Fred Ray, pencils and inks.
Wow. That's an exhibit that he curated. That's what the poster is for.
It looks to me like that poster has been put in that frame. If you understand, I know it's in the frame, but I mean, it looks like it's been superimposed.
Yeah, you're right. I don't think so, but it does. It's so clean.
Yeah, I wonder if it's been replaced because it didn't take a good picture of it.
No, he might have redrawn this. It's that you can see it's the poster. It's the corners here.
It looks to me like it's been superimposed, but
cut in.
Yeah, they took the photograph of him with it, and it didn't come out. The cover didn't come out too well, so they stuck it over the top in Photoshop or whatever.
Very possible. Yeah.
There's no real world lighting on it.
Yes, that's right. Yeah,
you're right. The lighting is odd.
The white is too white.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You got a difference in shade here, top and bottom.
No, I think it's just been set
shadow,
in.
Though. Yeah.
Yeah, there's shadows on the frame.
Yeah.
But there's no shadows on the inside, and I don't believe that would have been done without glass on the front.
Yeah.
No, you wouldn't think so.
So I think you're right. I think that was what was in there, and they've just overlaid it with a fresher version.
Yep. Neil Adams.
Yeah.
Looking like
Denny O'Neill. No.
Yeah, upper left. Yeah, that's Denny O'Neill.
Neil's here.
Yeah.
Joe Schuster, Neil Adams, Jerry Siegel.
Yeah. Robinson. Neil Adams here.
Sam Gross, upper left. He has some of the most outrageous funny cartoons ever to appear in National Lampoon.
Mm-hmm. I remember his signature.
Yep.
We're coming to quarter two, Randy. Do you have to close early?
Yeah, we have to close before the we have to close before we hit 2 hours.
Okay.
We have another 22 minutes.
Take a look at page 193. That poster is reproduced. Not big enough, of course. It's the catalog, cover of the catalog.
93.
Yeah, 193.
Oh, there it is. Yeah, they just laid it on top.
Yeah, they had to.
That was Will Eisner.
Yeah. Yep.
Yep.
Yeah. Now you see that book upper right, Skippy?
Yeah.
That is a comic strip. I think it was in maybe the 30s or the 40s. Jerry Robinson wrote the introduction. I have that book. It's an incredible book, and you read that book and you go, "Oh, okay, now I see how Watterson got the idea for Calvin and Hobbes." As original as Calvin and Hobbes is, he clearly was looking at Skippy.
There was a number of kid strips back during that period too that I'm sure he went back to. There's was it Super Snipe Comics?
Yes.
That had a kid with an overactive imagination, and there were a couple of Warner Brother cartoons with a kid with an overactive imagination too, that he kind of pulled Spaceman Biff from.
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah. It just shows you there's no real original ideas.
I'd like to read that book on the left, An Illustrated History of Comic Strip Art, 1895, 2010.
I own a copy of that book.
I was going to say, do you want to go through it? We can go through it.
Yeah.
I think I've got it. I'm pretty sure I got it.
Well, when I get to Charles's house next week, I'm just going to sit in the corner for a couple of days and read it.
Yeah.
I won't be home.
Well, we can go through that on a future Sunday.
Regardless of when you show up.
I don't care. I just want to read the book.
If I don't have that, I've got something that's really close to it.
Just leave it against the front door.
Yes. Yeah, I do have a Dropbox outside.
I'll have to look and see. I think I'm pretty sure that's the same book with a different cover that I've got. There he is, drawing that logo.
Oh, he's doing the logo. Look at that.
Yeah.
There you go. You see. No confusion.
That would be nice to have.
Yeah. Yeah.
I've got that book as a paperback with a different cover, so maybe that's what you have.
Mine's a hardback. I'd have to take a look at it.
Yeah, it's a different cover, but same book.
There was one book on the history of comic strips I rescued from an old bookstore about a week before it burned down. And I found it between two comic book racks wedged, and they had $8 marked on the inside cover. I took it up to the counter. I says, it says $8. You want to sell it for $8? So I was willing to pay like 20 for it because it was big and a hardback and thick. And it says, yeah, I'll sell it to you for $8. So yeah, I was happy to get that. And then like a week later, that used bookstore was struck by lightning, had a lightning bolt go right through the center of the store, all the way down to the basement where they had the most valuable books. Just totally blew it out, just burned everything. It was crazy. One of those crazy freak accidents.
And there he is. And
there he is.
As a Russian spy in Berlin.
Yeah. Portfolio work of his photography.
Yeah.
Yeah, we have about 15 minutes before we have to leave. We'll go through this a little quick. It's a nice shot. I like it. Nice silhouette here. Painting and sketches. Oh, another great shot. I love that. Matador. That's pretty cool.
Isn't that drawing there on the left where that woman's looking at? That's at the beginning of the book, isn't it? At the top.
Yeah.
At the top. No, to the right of that the drawing of the room. That's at the beginning of this book, isn't it?
Yeah.
Do you know whose sketches are just astounding? Is Robert Crumb.
Yes.
I think his sketch work and portrait work is probably better than his comics. He had 3 magazines, drawings of women, and I don't think they're not pornographic. There might be a nude or two, called Art and Beauty.
Mm-hmm.
They're not that expensive. They're black and white. They're hard, like cardstock cover magazines. Art
Okay.
and Beauty, 3 issues. That the drawings are just, he's so good.
Yes. Yep. I love his. He does photorealism with stipple.
Yes, that's what a lot of, there's a lot of stuff like that in those portfolios, if you want to call them portfolios.
Literally mind blowing. Just absolutely beautiful stuff.
The guy was an artist.
Yes, he was. Okay.
And we finished the book too. That's amazing.
Yep. Interesting. Great face. Outside display in the park, probably. Did a lot of writing or a little writing. The sources. The index.
Timed, wasn't it?
There we are.
Oh, what was the price on that book? I see that sticker on the back.
$4.99.
Wow.
From Ollie's. Yep. Another Ollie special, folks. $4.99.
Yeah.
Couldn't pass it up. Great stuff.
Yeah. Wonderful.
Folks, that's Jerry Robinson, ambassador of comics.
We hope you learned something today.
We hope you enjoyed it as much as we did looking through it. Great material. That book is also available on Amazon, I believe. If you care to buy a copy of your own, I wish we had a association with Amazon where we got a cut. I'd throw a link. But anyway, again, folks, we deeply appreciate you being here. Sorry we were pre-recorded for this episode. We will be live for the foreseeable future from here on. Every Sunday at 9 a.m., we'll be looking at some great stuff. If I can find that comics book, maybe we'll look at that next week here on Sunday Funnies. We're still looking at Mobius on Comics by Night, Friday mornings at 5 a.m. And I believe next Friday we'll look at some Lieutenant Blueberry.
Yes.
And maybe Chihuahua Pearl would be good. Just absolute classic stuff. Thanks again, everybody, for being here. Charles, tell folks where they can find you.
They can go onto Amazon and find my boy Rammer. First issue is behind me. Second issue is right here. Master Thief in a Future Police State. If you're looking for a comic book with the word Ram in it, this is the one you want.
If you only read one comic this year with the word Ram in, read this one.
This is the one.
Your life might just depend on it.
All right. Russ, tell folks how they can find you.
Yeah.
Not on camera, apparently.
Not on camera.
Here I am. You can find me at russleach.com. Sign up for the email list there and find out all about the Atlantean, which is soon to go to print. It's had a couple of minor delays, but it should be in people's through people's postbox first part of December. So check out russleach.com, sign up, and see where it goes next.
Hopefully sooner, if at all possible. Yep. Glenn, tell folks how they can find you.
Everywhere. Just go to Amazon. You'll be able to look at my 12 books. I think I've got 11 or 12. Excuse me. And just put my name in Google and you'll find me all over the place. Facebook, Barnes and Noble, whatever you want, just you'll find it. You know, seek and ye shall find, as someone said.
Make sure you go over to Fund My Comic and look at Hatch Annotated.
Mm-hmm. Just go everywhere. Just have a look at everything.
After we go off the air, I have a question, so I want to stick around for a few minutes.
That's always one of the best conversations. Folks, I've been your host, Randy Zimmerman. You can find my work over at arrowcomics.store. There's a lot of stuff available over there. Look for the Shadow Kingdom. You can order, if you want a black and white, gray tone, beautifully gray tone edition of Shadow Kingdom. I believe this is $10 over at Amazon, Barnes & Noble.
Bargain.
Orders comics. Or you can go over to arrowcomics.store, get the book that we did the campaign from. I believe that's $39 or $40 there, available over there.
You just answered my question.
You can also get a fantastic hardback version of the Shadow Kingdom.
It's $39 if it's hardback.
39.
I think it's about 16 if it's I saw a deal for 16 currently on softback.
I think
the prices vary depending on what deals they're doing. Yeah,
I think it's smaller than this. Yeah,
a digest version. Yeah.
I got to get a copy of those. I got 3 hardbacks coming, but they didn't get here in time for me to do the show with. Yeah. Folks, thanks a lot for stopping by. We deeply appreciate you being here. We know the majority of our viewers are after we're live, or we're not even live today, but we deeply appreciate you whenever you look at us. We are archived over at the Comic Book Black Belt YouTube channel, the Randy Zim YouTube channel, and the Indie Comics Network YouTube channel that has all of our previous shows, not just Sunday Funnies, but also Comics by Night. And both of those shows, we look at the best of the best, and we do it not because we're monetized. I'll tell you that. We do it because we love this art form. We love the people that have done it. We love looking at different artists, to be inspired by them and to talk about them, to analyze their work. If there's any artist out there we haven't covered yet that you want us to see or want us to go through, please drop a line. A message, drop a comment, whatever platform that you see our program at, and please hit the like button, hit the love button. Any type of interaction with those platforms only goes to help our algorithms and to be seen. If you enjoyed this program, tell your friends about it. If you love comics, give comics as a gift. We're heading into holiday seasons, and graphic novels make great gifts that people can hold on to forever. Buy alternative and independent comics, especially ours. Go visit your local retailer and look at those boxes closest to the floor that maybe have a little dust on them that maybe the retailer hasn't even priced in a decade or two. And you'll be amazed at the great comics that you could find in those boxes. There's old Warren magazines, old Marvel magazines, just some fantastic stuff, especially if you've never read them before. And don't let the modern comics get you down or bring out a dislike for this art form. Go back and read those comics that you loved and remind yourself why they were this great. And believe me, they are well worth your time to do and enjoy. Again, we deeply appreciate you stopping by. We want you all to take care. And we'll see you Friday mornings, 5 a.m. Live with a little bit of Mobius, and Sunday, back here Sunday at 9 a.m. Look at probably some comic strips, maybe a history of comic strip collection. Hopefully that one that Jerry Robinson did. I'll have to look at what I've got here. In the meantime, folks, take care. Be good. Be good to each other. We'll see you on the next one. Try to stay safe. And we'll see you soon. Thanks again.
Holy shit. That is the craziest thing I have ever seen. And I'm Dennis Quaid, and Dennis Quaid has seen some shit.
I think we're about to ship our pants.
Ship my pants? Right here? Shit my pants, you're kidding. You can ship your pants right here. You hear that? I can ship my pants for free.
Wow, I just may ship my pants.
Yeah, ship your pants. Billy, you can ship your pants too.
I can't wait to ship my pants, Dad.
I just shipped my pants, and it's very convenient.
Very convenient.
I just shipped my drawers.
I just shipped my nightie.
I just shipped my bed. If you can't find what you're looking for in store, we'll find it at Kmart.com right now and ship it to you for free.
I don't think you can. I think they're out of business. But anyway.
And it was this desire to lead in gumball innovation that would change everything forever.
What we were trying to do was make the gumballs more orange, but what we did instead was open a rift in the space-time continuum, unleashing a godlike entity. You know, it happened.
Taste the biscuit. Taste the goodness of the biscuit.